Okay, so I thought it would be interesting to make an update as I'm watching coverage on BBC, Sky, CNN of tonight's EU referendum. I'm not going to make this particularly long. I just want to cover some of the developments so far. Gibraltar has went for Remain, 96%. Apparently that was the speculation there. Gibraltar isn't, of course, featured in UK general elections, but this includes overseas British protectorates. Clackmannanshire in Scotland has went for Remain. Orkney has went for Remain comfortably. Newcastle upon Tyne has went for Remain, but it's been very close, 65,000 to 63,000. And interestingly, 20 individuals vote for both camps, which is interesting. Now, Sunderland, my city, has really created a little mini earthquake. We have become the first council area to declare for leave and strongly for leave, 82,000 votes to 51,000 approximately for leave. Sunderland was expected to go for leave, but that's very comfortable. There was big cheers in the hall in Silksworth, the Silksworth Leisure Centre is where we always do our big counts. Sunderland has traditionally always been the first city to declare in general elections. To my American viewers, think of Iowa, but tonight it's become the fifth place to declare. The overall votes are actually more for leave, 162,000 to 158,000. Still very early on, of course. A few interesting statements. Douglas Carswell and Nigel Farage have a very clear split within UKIP. Douglas Carswell has strongly criticised the poster that Nigel Farage used. He said that angry nativism doesn't work in this country. Ruth Davidson laughed when David Dimbleby suggested she was the hero of Wembley and she would be a future Tory leader. She's come across as one of the strongest campaigners in this. She had a very strong showing at Wembley. She's only 35. I could definitely see her as a future Tory leader, but at the moment her remit is for Scotland. She's a Tory leader in Scotland. Her job is to hold Nicola Sturgeon to account there. Um, Tazima Ahmed Sheikh, who is an SNP MP from Scotland. This is something that I really want to discuss. She said that regardless of whether this is Remain or Leave, the SNP isn't taking another referendum off the table. Um, I have no time for the SNP and their agenda. That just shows that they're a divisive party. Even after two bruising referendums, first one on Scottish independence in 2014, and this European referendum, even now they're still refusing to take another independence referendum off the table, which is a direct contradiction of what Nicola Sturgeon and Alex Salmond said about it being a once in a lifetime situation. That just proves that the SNP is a single issue party with a single issue agenda. They are a divisive anti British party, and I don't think that's scaremongering because they're a party that explicitly wants to break up the United Kingdom. That, by definition, as far as I'm concerned, is anti British. Um, so I've no respect for the SNP whatsoever. It's still very early days, very early hours, I should say. The way this is going at this point, Leave has a slightly strong lead, but it's going to be very early to tell. I may make another update in a few hours, see what happens. That's just the update. That's it. I will say it's been very intriguing to see my city featured on a global news network like CNN. Sunderland has created a bit of an earthquake. We are basically the first local authority anywhere in Europe to outright reject the European Union. So I've very mixed views on that as someone who voted Remain. Although I again emphasise I totally understand the Leave side's concerns. So I'll make another update probably in a few hours.